the first round pick, I mean, it's nothing flashy, but at the same time, this dude has potential to be like Yanda and just be an
Right.
anchor on that offensive line for over a decade. And I mean, Yanda's going to be in the Hall of Fame eventually. He's a Hall of Fame guard. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping him and Suggs get in the
Yeah.
future.
I Suggs should have been in last year. I
He
mean,
should have been in last. He
yeah.
should have been in the first time. But
Yeah.
now, I the wide receiver picks. I know a lot of people aren't high on them, like where they took them. But I mean, if you look at this, the third round pick Lane, he led the NCAA in touchdowns the prior season, and Surratt led this season in touchdowns. So I mean, these are guys that can catch the ball. Is
Yeah.
what it tells you. They're trustworthy targets for your quarterback. Lane kind of brings that Anquan Bolden esque attitude with him, where it's like you just throw the ball in the air and he's just going to get it. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what Bolden did. Bolden said, "You throw it anywhere in my area, I'm just going to grab it. No one else is getting that ball."
Yeah. And like one
Now
of them, I don't remember which one, but one of them's like a bigger guy, right? He's like,
that's Lane. Yep.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Lane. Like that's I think the Ravens have been missing that uh in a wideout for a while because we had Zay Flowers before that we had Hollywood, and these are like small speedy guys, and that's great. But like having a guy who is just gonna be like a big target down the field that you can just throw the ball up to and like trust that if it's in the vicinity he can get it. That's I think what the Ravens really been missing.
Yeah. So I'm really I like those picks. Now the tight ends is where it gets a little tricky. Do we need tight ends? Yes. Now Hibner is one we actually traded up for, and it seems like he could have been there later in the draft. So I don't know if they were getting wind that another team was going to draft up to get him or not. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, basically we needed to replace Kohler and we needed to
Yeah,
replace Likely. And it seems like we got our catching tight end in Himner and our blocking tight end in Cuevas. So, I mean, that's what we need to replace. So we'll see how
yeah,
that works out. A lot of people were sleeping on Chandler Rivers in the fifth round. I mean, if you look at his tape, he plays. I mean, even though he's like 5'9", 5'10", he plays with some nasty attitude at the quarterback position. So, I mean,
yeah,
if he can bring that with him, that'd be awesome to see. And the running back that, so I don't know if you heard the story about the Clemson
yeah,
running back that was Steve Bisciotti's pick.
yeah, yeah. That's hilarious. I've actually I've heard probably a little bit more about this pick than any other pick, just because Steve Bisciotti picked him, which I think is great. But like Steve Bisciotti went all out. Like the research that like people are talking about, he hired somebody from SEAL Team 6 to do like a mental like landscape of the draftees, and the guy was like had a whole chart of like players and their like mental landscape of like who was mentally strong, and apparently this guy was one of the top of the charts. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and at Clemson, he was a team guy. Like he moved from wide receiver to running back just to help the team.
yeah,
So
it's gonna be interesting. I really hope he makes it out of training camp, makes the team. I want to see what this kid can do. I want to see where they play him. If he's, I think he'll probably wind up being more of a special teams guy, maybe as like a returner,
mhm.
at least to start out with. It's gonna be fun to see what he can do on like the limited shots he gets like early on.
Yeah.
And if everything works out and he forces the issue, and I think next year we give Mike Bisciotti like a third round pick, maybe. But yeah, it's been a great story, and yeah, like um, yeah, I'm happy with the tight end picks too, because the other thing that like I know people like were questioning these picks and especially like trading up, but the Ravens can develop some tight ends. They've been doing it for years. Likely Andrews, uh, Pitta, like we can go all the way back.
Darren
Uh,
Waller. I mean, we moved him
Darren
from
Waller.
receiver
Yeah,
to tight end. Like,
yeah. So this is a position that the Ravens do well, historically. So I'm happy that we got some two tight ends, two younger tight ends. We needed a blocking tight end and we needed a backup for Andrews. Um, so yeah, so I think we got our guys there. Um,
we got a punter.
we need the
So,
punter.
yeah, we needed a punter, and
Uh,
then round 7 we got another guard in Ernst. So, I mean, there's definitely some things to like about this draft. Um, I mean, the big thing is when you're looking at it, pretty offensively heavy, and it's one of those things where, I mean, we did get one defensive back, but that's one area where we have seen in the past if we have one injury in the secondary, it just crumbles.
yeah,
And it's like every season. Like, so I don't know if we could have possibly kind of looked to add a little more there in the draft. I don't know if that was a possibility or not. I mean, I know that first round pick. I mean, when Vega's just sitting there, I mean, you're just picking him. I mean, the dude was. I mean,
yeah,
you look at his tape. He's one of the nastiest linemen.
yeah. And I think everybody like I know there were some Ravens fans who saw like the flashy names and wanted, like, oh, these guys fell to us. Why didn't we take them? But at the
No,
same time,
they
it's like,
wanted Ruben Bain. But Ruben Bain actually
yeah,
fell further than what a
yeah.
lot of people expected. So that tells you there might be something not.
Yeah, but I think every expert for what it's worth, because you know how correct experts have always been
Yeah,
on things.
yeah.
Um, but every expert in the draft was saying that Vega was the like the safest pick. He was going to be the guy that like was going to be the immediate impact, and I do think that's what, especially in the offensive line, that's what the Ravens need right now.
Mhm.
And I think the one position I think we missed out on was center. And my understanding is they were looking at a center in like the third or fourth round that got drafted ahead of them. So that's
Mhm.
why we didn't get the center. And I'm glad they didn't reach after that. I'm glad they didn't panic and try to go after like the next best thing. They just stuck with their plan, which is what, that's what DaCosta is good at. That's why everybody wants to draft like the Ravens, draft like the Eagles, because they stick with their plan and they don't reach, they go for the best available. But yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of stuff to address. The secondary, like you said, you need to shore that up, and then um, we need a center.